when people say ick, you know the type of people that say ick. This whole situation has really opened up my eyes. Yeah, it's definitely opened up your eyes for sure. You're no longer sleeping, you're woke now. I'm convinced Anime X K-pop produces some of the most toxic behavior online. I can't think of much on this level. We got a story that involves harassment, threats, racism, and the classic Western Twitter behavior. The tourists are at it again, this time pushing the anime Made in Abyss into viral fame for the last few days. At the time I originally saw this, it was trending with over 50,000 tweets on Twitter, or more correctly, Western Twitter. Let's see what the mangaka, the creator of Made in Abyss, has to say about all this. Oh wait, he's too busy unboxing his life-size figure to care. Alright, put on your hazmat suits, we're going in. An apology will not fix this, by the way. Man, stop the cap with that all lowercase BS. These men are all sick in the head. They did not consume that out of ignorance. With the amount of likes and attention this tweet has gotten, which I'm sure a lot of it is botted, you'd think a war broke out or something. And there pretty much is one between anime fans and K-pop fans, or more correctly, stans. Big difference. Well, what actually did happen? Well, it turns out K-pop idol Soobin gets bashed from recommending Made in Abyss. That's it. Let's see how the K-pop community is handling this. TW/abuse, torture, essay, mutilation. Ooh, I'm gonna be sick. And I love this here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but lollies are in fact children/young girls, right? The fact that they said in fact, but correct me if I'm wrong, means that they really think they were right. But of course, they're wrong. The author is a pedo. You cannot make this up. Looks at community notes. This is made up. Nah, you cannot make this up. This person is literally looking at a Medium-styled website where, you know, like where you can post your own articles, and this post literally has no credible source whatsoever. The way these people talk about Made in Abyss, you'd think this is some type of obscure media that you could only watch after ordering it on the dark web, shipped to your house in physical form because it's no longer found in streaming platforms because it's so obscene or something like that. But in fact, this is pretty much normie anime. This thing is anime of the year. It's literally mainstream and it's won many awards. And it's actually the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. The same Crunchyroll that's famous for having certain localization preferences and whatnot, although this was back in the day or a couple years ago, so things are probably different now. Of course, I'm not saying this is some little kiddie anime that you can go sit around at the family dinner and watch in front of everyone. This definitely has some quite mature topics because, well, just look at the name, Made in Abyss. It's literally about these kids going into an abyss. You can play Made in Abyss video games. You can find it in random Walmart in Mexico. You can watch, potentially, the live action adaptation. We're talking about Made in Abyss, right? Literally one of the highest ranked anime and most popular within the top 100 of all time with over 1 million members on My Anime List. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. For the K-pop stans, their favorite idols have found the forbidden jutsus, the unforgivable curses from Harry Potter, which they definitely don't like. Just take a look at this. Taeyong, Woozi, and Dex also lumped into the Made in Abyss hunt. Note the wording hunt. It's literally a witch hunt for them. Upon finding out, what do they want the K-pop idols to do? Well, they should all go join the military. K-pop men are still men. Y'all baby them way too much. Gross, men. There's some type of like male hatred going on in the K-pop community, but as we'll see later, there's some type of male versus female hypocrisy that we'll see. K-pop fans demanded answers, and they went to other places such as the Made in Abyss subreddit. Is the anime manga really problematic? Using the word problematic unironically, especially with a piece of fictional media, well, I don't know what to say. Well, you know what I'd say. I find it funny that apparently the subreddit was getting barraged by these type of posts that they decided to pin this for a couple of days until things truly died down. They also posted on the r/manga subreddit, Made in Abyss Korean version. Note the Korean version. Hello, I'm really sorry to barge into your subreddit like this, but I just need closure. I'm a K-pop stan, and as some of you may know, a few idols are being accused. Alright, so I find it funny. The other person was looking for answers. This person just needs closure. Oh, poor soul, you poor soul. This is the stupidest drama ever. Made in Abyss is critically acclaimed, and anyone starting drama over this idol reading it is an idiot. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. The only reason this person posted was not to gain more information, but for their own closure. please, if you know anything, let me know. I know that South Korea has a strict censorship program. See, the reason they put Korean version in the title there was because they were expecting some response like, oh my gosh, baby girl, yes, Korean version is so much softer and safer and your idols are perfect still in your eyes. Nah, they're all wrong and they're all equally as guilty. If you believe that this content is not safe, well, your idols aren't safe. But here's the thing, it's literally called Made in Abyss. You just gotta take a look at the synopsis and a couple tags and you know this thing is quite violent and suggestive. It doesn't really matter what they're censoring or not because literally the story is about them going deeper and deeper into this abyss where I mean, sorry to break it for you, but this abyss is not sunshine and rainbows. But what more can you expect when the type of people posting are quite young and, how do I put this lightly, quite dumb as well. In an effort to produce thoughtful discussion, someone said, am I a cannibal for liking Attack on Titan? Because, you know, these people think that whatever happens in fiction is going to happen to you in reality. Well, this person said, what if I tell you that people eating people doesn't exist in real life, but children getting Alright, people eating people doesn't exist in real life. Look at the responses. Lamau, it does. This person genuinely does not realize that cannibals exist. But here's the thing, they didn't even answer the question. They didn't really want to think that this person isn't a cannibal for liking Attack on Titan. So whatever themes are presented in Made in Abyss, that doesn't mean it's going to happen in real life. But of course, this person doesn't think, they thought they were being smart, but well, they're not. So this one person's posting a picture about how, well, the Korean version is still showing this one scene, which they have the right to feel uncomfortable about. And then someone corrects them or tells the truth. This is a rape scene. It's supposed to be disturbing. Were you posting about Game of Thrones and winning? No, not winning. Whining. They're definitely not winning. And then in response, someone posts, this is a child! Exclamation mark. Hope that helps. All lowercase. Man, what's with all these people and posting all lowercase? Like, see the one above? That one has capitalization. And then these other two, all lowercase. I don't know. I post all lowercase sometimes, but when these people do it, oh God, it is just disgusting. And the virtue signaling flags too. Pretty sure Daenerys was supposed to be a minor when Drogo raped her. Yeah, and the show cast an adult, but Daenerys is supposed to be 13. Lol, he blocked me. Yeah, of course. I don't even know if they are a he. They're probably a she. I don't want to infer their gender. They're a they, you know what I mean? An it. But yeah, these people can't think. If you're not aware, this type of behavior is not uncommon for K-pop stans. There's a lot of fighting between what group is better, and they'll do whatever it takes to support their favorite, including spamming harassment, threats, and more. In fact, just take a look at this account, which exists solely to protect the K-pop idol Subin. This Subin Protect account has done all the hard work for me of filtering through all the tweets and finding the most toxic cesspools. Mass report, wishing harm, unwanted NSFW, something. Apparently some dude's mad at Banana Fish, apparently. Ooh, Subin deserved to be tortured, something, then unalived. Oh gosh. Report under spam. Apparently people had an issue with this Subin guy being apparently fat phobic, whatever that means, because people love to say something phobic. And I don't know, these people are K-pop stars. They gotta keep in shape and be thin, you know? Like, it's kind of expected for them to not like fat. And when I'm talking about fat, I'm not talking about just a little, I'm talking about like, you know, overweight, obese, which apparently the media, you know, these days they say, like one size fits all or some I don't know what the term is, some healthy at any shape, some BS like that. Mass report. Subin deserves to lick the barrel of a shotgun. Yeah, the same Subin who is extremely fatphobic and watches reads pedo content. Yeah, on top of the death threats, which I guess these people don't play around, do they? These people have something wrong with the term fatphobic, which according to their probably perception, I'm probably fatphobic, but they're probably land whales. I don't hate them because they're fat. That's just a bonus. There was actually so many of these threats and honestly violence towards not just individuals like the K-pop stars, but all of Japan. I remember seeing this thing like, oh, Japan should just go underwater, except Hokkaido, because, well, probably because they, you know, they got a virtue signal that they're aware that Hokkaido has indigenous people, and by excluding Hokkaido, that makes them a better person. But of course, people called them out for it, and they deleted their tweet after. If you were on Twitter during this time period, well, you know what I'm talking about. This was quite, tell me if you've seen this tweet, because I couldn't find it or any screenshots. The reason behind 99% of these Westerners' ideas on anime and, you know, typical Twitter people behavior is because they can't separate fiction from reality. They think that whatever happens in fiction is going to happen in real life 100%. As if the tropes in anime don't affect real life Japanese women is weird. It's just that it harms them significantly, and the popularization of anime furthers it. In response to that, 77% of mangaka are women. So women are doing it to themselves, I guess. That's basically the stance you're taking. And as I mentioned earlier, man, what is it with these people and like typing all lowercase but not making any sense whatsoever? Meanwhile, the person with a brain has capitalization. Yeah, I don't know. There's some type of pattern there. Gotta be studied. It's just anime. It's just art. Nothing is wrong with this stuff. They'll say they're wrong. Encouraging this stuff is a recipe for real-world disaster. Moral outrage over nothing. There's worse things happening right now and nobody cares. Lol. And then Flamenco posts this picture, heartbreaking. The worst person you know just made a great point, because if you've been on Twitter, you might have seen this account. Ian Miles Chong is quite infamous to say. This is all reminiscent of when people thought media violence was going to promote violence in real life. Like I was remembering a couple of days ago, people had this crazy moral panic over Grand Theft Auto, literally the Grand Theft Auto franchise. Like you go inside of a building and they're shocked that you can commit terrorism. I mean, what else are you going to do? Well, let's see. You can shoot them, you can punch them, you can steal money from them, you can assault them, or you can do nothing. Yeah, that's basically the options you have in Grand Theft Auto. I found a great tweet that pretty much sums it all up. What you consume in fiction reflects who you are as a person. No, the F it doesn't. And you prove that because you probably grew up watching those kids shows that taught lessons to not be mean to people, and you didn't retain shit because you send death threats over ships. Yeah, here's the thing. This is true, but honestly, these people, these Zoomers, no, actually Gen Alpha or whatever, they did not grow up watching these kids shows. They probably grew up watching Skibidi Toilet or some other stupid meme on their iPad. The people getting angry over this are absolute tourists. In this pretty viral interaction, someone says, "Have you watched the show?" And then this person's like, he basically hasn't, and they're like, "Wait a second, you are the one who said there are questionable scenes every episode. Where did you get this information from?" And then they respond really confidently, "This may come as a shock, but you don't have to personally watch an anime to know what happens in it. Video essays are a thing." Okay. Like, this person literally thinks you can watch a YouTube video and just understand a whole anime. And the funny thing is, the person they're talking to, Brandon Riley, is actually a YouTuber that makes anime videos. So, this is just ironic. God, these people cannot be real. They suddenly have the authority to cancel someone just because they've watched a 20-minute video, which I think I know which types of videos they are watching. The Made in Abyss controversy spiraled out of control, and people started canceling any type of anime with quote-unquote problematic content in it. Mind you, she's talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu effing Kaisen. And then this quote retweet, "This unhinged thread highlights two things. Equating everything that comes out of Japan to be pedo is in fact quite racist. The death of genuine media literacy plus purity culture," which, let me tell you about purity culture. I literally went on the K-pop Reddits to look at this, and they were quite literally censoring themselves on a subreddit called Uncensored K-pop. Yeah, that's purity culture for you. And the constant association by primarily Westerners of pretty much everything to come out of Japanese culture to be lolly/shotacon is something that's genuinely concerning. Concerning indeed, as we'll see in this long essay that was in this quote retweet. This whole situation has really opened up my eyes. Yeah, it's definitely opened up your eyes for sure. You're no longer sleeping. You're woke now. I don't know how you can still be reading anything from Japan at this point. You are giving me the biggest ick. Stop effing with manga and anime and get help. Like, God, when people say ick, you know the type of people that say ick. The Twitter social justice warriors will cancel anything that they deem problematic. Take a look at this video game. Gaiden spoilers rape SA. I think this should be enough. They're literally complaining about a video game in the Yakuza franchise. I don't know what they think the Yakuza is, but I guess they're just gonna hug it out and have friendship and everything. Oh wait, I'm looking at the comments. They literally did think it was gonna be friendship or something. I swear, so many MLM man-loving men characters are just portrayed as evil by them. For real, that's what I said earlier. I just want my canon yaoi. Oh my god, these people literally thought it was gonna be sunshine and roses. It's literally Yakuza game. Oh my god, these people need to get some reality, but I'm seeing the symbols that they don't see reality. They created a list of anime that are hi guys, all lowercase SSS. Here's a short list of shows/animes that are popular and around the the same as Made in Abyss, or possibly worse. And you'll see they have really popular mainstream shows like Game of Thrones, 50 Shades of Grey. Of course, very moral ambiguity there, or just plain disturbing content. But these are quite popular mainstream shows. Let's look at the anime. They got Hunter x Hunter, Hunter x Hunter, one of the most popular shonens of all time, watched by quite literal children around the world. Neon Genesis Evangelion, Attack on Titan, which quite literally aired a couple days ago. Yeah, which the whole world watched. Yeah, these people want to watch like CoComelon or something, or Peppa Pig, I don't know, or whatever else kids watch these days. I don't know what's up with them. We got another list of safe anime by the K-pop stans, and in the quote retweets, something funny, which I just mentioned earlier. Have you tried CoComelon? Another person's recommending Teletubbies and all that stuff. But let's take a look at what these safe anime are, shall we? We got Kobato, Haikyuu, but apparently Haikyuu is right-wing, and I don't know what could be right-wing about Haikyuu, but apparently, the liberals, they don't like sports and physical activity, and Haikyuu is about volleyball, so maybe, it's not leftist enough for them. It's kind of ironic because the first thing in this list, or the first cover image, is Violet Evergarden, and I'm pretty sure there's like some underage relationship. Like Violet Evergarden is supposed to be less than 18 at a certain time when she has a crush on the general, and of course Violet Evergarden has a war in it, and these people, they can't have violence. And wrapping it up to a point I made earlier in the video, because this is pretty long, well, LE SSERAFIM Sakura gets involved after mentioning Made in Abyss in the past, and this person, a female, is not getting anywhere as much flack as the men are getting. The Abyss author is the guilty one, not the idols. They're doing some type of cope, like they're trying to justify this and like, ooh, the girls are all good, It was Nako who mentioned the anime first. They're trying to do some blame game. Like they're really trying to protect this image of their idol in their heads. And we'll see in the articles, comments, people are saying like, ooh, if a girl group did this, here's the thing. What happened was a girl group did do this, and in this person's comment, they won't give the same energy. Look at the reactions about her. It's so tame with 213 upvotes, meaning basically the female idols are basically getting away with this with way less flack than the male idols, where all the attention is on them. And so I found one comment saying, someone actually asking it for an explanation, because if it's truly as bad as some people make it out to be, why would some idols even admit to watching it? Thing is, it's really not that bad, which the person explains below what it actually is. People going like, nobody want to watch Naruto anymore? Like, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah, sorry, nobody's 12 anymore. Well, just kidding. You can watch Naruto at any age. That's the great thing about it. But man, what's with this fat black dude questioning GIF? What the frick is this? M4K Truck Getanoia GIF? Yeah, I have no idea. But there's another one of these being like, nobody want to watch Slam Dunk anymore? Well, sorry, your target audience is probably too young to watch Slam Dunk, and they probably don't like sports anime other than Haikyuu and Free. Yeah, this video is too long. See ya, subscribe. It's been a while. I was actually in Japan for a while, but I came back and I just haven't really made any videos. I could make a video on that. I was actually in Japan when there was like that Bleach stuff with Mushoku Tensei and all that stuff in America. Meanwhile, nothing happened in Japan, and we did like a mini interview, and it's honestly kind of funny. So I could make a video on that. Let me know if anyone's interested. But yeah, if you've made it this far, Jesus, it's like 20 minutes. See ya, subscribe. Thanks. Bye.